Hey guys, what's up? Labox here, and in this video we are going to play the game This War of Mine. I know the video game, I've never played the video game, I always wanted to, and I was walking in the board game shop and I saw this one standing over there all alone, and I was thinking, and I said to myself, you know what, let's just buy the game and see how it goes. You can play it with up till 6 players, I'm not sure if that's gonna be nice though. I think it's a really good solo game. You can play it with someone, that would be nice as well. Maximum 3, I think. It's gonna be great. And you know what? I think we should just try to play this game and see how it goes. So, you know what? Let's load the board. Hey guys, the board game is all set up. Let's play a game of This War of Mine. I'm very curious how this game will turn out to be, as every game is super different. We are playing with 3 characters. We have on the right side Katja. Katja has an empathy of 7, and yeah, she can carry 3 items with her. She has an inventory of 3. We are playing with Pavle. Pavle is a soccer player. Katja is, by the way, a reporter. And Pavle has 6 empathy and 1 prowess and can carry 4 items. Or 4 items, he has an inventory value of 4. And we are playing with Sveta. And Sveta is a school headmistress. Okay. An empathy of 9 and an inventory value of 2. They all start here in the hallway of this house that has been broken down by the war, and we need to survive the war. I'm not gonna explain the rules, I'm just gonna play the game. First of all, what we have to do is discover 3 locations, so I'm gonna do that. So the first location is going to be the garage. We can find mechanical parts here, electrical parts, weapon parts, and a saw blade perhaps. So I'm gonna put it, that's our closest location. The second location we can go to is the city hospital, and what we can find here is of course camps, herbal meds, 100% alcohol, always good, meds and bandages. And for the third, but that's the farthest location, we have the military outpost. Weapon parts we can find here, broken pistols, broken assault rifles, and we can just find a fixed pistol as well. That can always, and we can trade in this location as well. But before we go scavenging, we always start the game with the morning phase. And in the morning phase, we draw and resolve the top card from the events deck. Now we start in chapter 1. This video I'm only going to play chapter 1. So let me just get the chapter 1 card here. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought that it would only last a couple of weeks. It has been a year since the military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilians still trapped in the city suffer from hunger, disease, and the constant threat of shelling. It's another day of desperate waiting for the end of this terrible war. Determine the objectives for each of the 3 chapters of the campaign. I've already set the first chapter. It's gonna be the chapter over here. Maybe the light doesn't really show you, but the chapter is Help the Sick and Wounded. So we have to give meds and I don't know what to the guys here whenever we have. And we need to give them free meds. Then draw 2 more objective cards and place them on the final objective. That's what we already have done. These cards should be placed face up and you may look at them at any time during the game. Remove the remaining objective cards from the game. At the end of each chapter, resolve any reward penalty from the corresponding objective card. After determining the objective, draw the top event card. So we have already set the objective card, so I'm gonna, after you resolve this card, remove it from the game. I'm gonna remove it from the game, and we will, let me see, we can draw the top event card here again. So the first event card, we can add 2 cold to the cold space. So let me do that. We're gonna add 2 cold into the cold space, that's over here on the top left. Place this card on the findings pile. If any card is already there, remove that card from the game. There is no card there. The findings pile is over here. The value of canned food, raw food and vegetables is raised by 3. Ooh, that's not really good. The value of canned food. All right. And that's actually it for the morning phase. Now let's go into the day actions. And during the day phase, we can perform 3 actions with our characters. We can't, however, because Katja, Pavle and Sveta, they are a bit hungry. And that's why they have a hunger level of 2. So that's why we can only do 2 actions. So, first of all, Pavle, he's going to take the shovel without asking anyone. And Pavle is the orange guy. And he's going to the rubble. He's going to dig through the rubble. And he's bringing his shovel with him. Otherwise, we would need 2 characters on this space. And Katja is smart. She's going to place a new fitting. So she's green. Let's put her on the new fitting place over here. And Pavle just wants to search. Oh, sorry, Sveta. He just wants to search. So he's going to search the heap for items and whatsoever. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to resolve these actions simultaneously. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to get rid of the rubble. So we're going to take back the shovel. We're going to put it back in our inventory over here in the bottom. We start with 2 water, 3 raw food, 4 components and 4 wood. And we can get rid of the rubble. So let me do that. If I can take it. Because it's always a pain in the ass to take the cards away. And we're going to get rid of the rubble. So next time we can go to and search the furniture if we want. And from the furniture we can go find the heap. We can go down here. Sveta, she's going to search the heap. So let me see what we find. Ooh, we find a lot of things here. We find 2 woods. So let me take 2 woods. We find 5 components. So I will just put 1 component here in the storage, which means that we have 5 components. We find a sugar. And we find a weapon part. I'm not sure what we can do with the weapon part, but let's see. I'm just going to put it in my inventory. All right, that's great. So I'm just going to put this card away. And now we have cleared that piece of the house. And Katja is going to place a new fitting. She's the smart one. And what I would like to do in the first turn is always build a workshop, at least if we can. So let me just search for the workshop over here. Build a workshop. It will cost us 1 mechanical part. We don't have a mechanical part. I cannot do that. We need 5 components and 3 wood. We have that, but we don't have a mechanical part. Damn it. Can we build something else then? Let me see. We can build a bed, 3 components, 4 wood. I'm not sure if we need a bed yet. If we build a bed, they can take a nap. A bed, not a bath. And lower the fatigue of the character placed here by 2. And that's actually a nice one, but we're not in the fatigue status at the moment. So maybe a simple heater, 5 components, 3 wood. But then we need books, and I don't have books. Because for each 2 wood, 2 books, or 1 wood, plus 1 book, so 2 wood or 2 books or 1 wood plus 1 book, we can discard a coal token. But I really want that workshop, so I'm not sure. You know what? I should have checked if I could have built this workshop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to do this. I'm going to cheat a little bit. So Katja was stupid. She's not going to place a new fitting. She was actually going to pick the lock. So what we need to do is we have a lockpick here, and she's going to take that one. And then we're going to throw the dice. And I need to find the dice here. It's here. So whenever we roll a 1 or 3, it's no effect. If we roll 4 or 10, we can discard the lockpick and we can open the door and see what's behind it. So I'm going to roll, and it's a 9. We have a success. So we can discard the lockpick. I'm going to put that back in the box. And let's see what's behind this door. And I hope it's going to be a mechanical part. It is a mechanical part and 1 wood, so that's great. So we're going to take a mechanical part out of the box here. Mechanical parts, electrical and mechanical parts. And we are going to take 1 wood. So that means we have 5 wood right now. And that's the first action of all the characters over here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to discard this card, put it away. And for the next turn, what we are going to do, Pavle is just going to search the furniture, and Sveta, she's going to search the heap, and Katja, now she's getting smarter, she's going to place a new fitting. So let's start with Katja building the workshop, right? So what she needs is she needs one mechanical part. Let me check again how much that was. A mechanical part, 5 components, and 3 wood. Let me get it out of there, like this. So 1 mechanical part, 5 components, and 3 wood. So I'm going to discard that, put that back in the box. Five components, 1 mechanical part. The mechanical part. I've not taken the mechanical here. And now we can build a workshop any place or anywhere we want. So I'm just going to build it over here. So what does the workshop do? So for 1 component, these items, and for 4 wood, we can place a board up token on the board of the holes in the shelter. So we have some holes here in the shelter, you can see them on the board, and we can place a board up token there. That's what we're going to do later, and that will come in handy when the night raid starts. I will show you soon. So we've built the workshop. I'm going to put these cards back, the workshop cards, the fittings I mean. And we are going to, Pavle was searching the furniture. So let's see what we find here in the furniture. We found 1 raw food. We find a mechanical part again. So I'm going to put 1 raw food in the storage, 1 mechanical part, and a sugar, and 1 wood. Great. I'm going to discard these cards, and this space is now cleared. And Sveta, she was searching the heap, so let me see what we find over here. We find a lockpick, oh that will come in handy. So I'm going to put back the lockpick that we have discarded the previous turn in my storage again. 2 components and 5 wood. So I'm going to put just 1 wood here in the storage, which represents 5 wood. And I'm going to discard this card. Okay, so let me see, let me get a drink. So that's 2 turns, everyone is done. So we move now to the next phase. The day is gone, we start the dusk phase. And in the dusk phase, each character should drink 1 water. We only have 2 water in our storage. So Katja she's been working hard, right, to construct a workshop. So you know what? I will give her 1 water. Pavle, he's fighting with Sveta. I'm not even sure if I pronounce the name correctly, but Pavle just drinks the water without him even noticing. So he just takes 1. Now, Sveta doesn't have any water, so what we do now, we have to roll the dice. With a result 1 to 5, raise their hunger by 1. Or result 6 to 10, raise their misery by 1. So I'm going to roll for Sveta, and it's a 9, and raise their misery by 1. Ooh, so Sveta will just be a little bit feeling a bit misery. So I'm going to put the misery token over here, which means, yeah, he suffers 1 misery. How sad. Okay, that's it. Then we also, of course, need to eat. So we have a lot of food, actually, and everyone can eat. So each character should eat 1 or more food. So canned food, that's something we don't have. We have raw food, and we have vegetables. We have 3 raw food. So I will give every character 3 raw food, which lowers their hunger by 1, which is great. So the next turn, if it keeps like this, we can do 3 actions. And I will discard 3 raw food tokens back in the box. There we go. And then we go into the evening phase. Assign each character to do 1 of the 4 available tasks. We can sleep in the bed. That will lower the fatigue to 0. We can sleep on the 4, which lowers the fatigue by 2, but we are not fatigued at all. We can go on guard duty, and we can go scavenging. So everyone meets up in the hallway. And you know what? Katja, I want to scavenge with 2 people that have a lot of inventory value. So Pavle has an inventory value of 4. So he's gone, you know, he's saying, I want to scavenge. So I'm going to put him in this like section of the board. And Katja is also saying, you know what, Pavle, I love you, I'm going with you. So she is going with him. And then Sveta, he's going to guard. Because, you know, at night, strange people come inside, we don't want that. So, now that Sveta is guarding and Pavle and Katja are scavenging, we need to raise their fatigue by 1. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take 3 fatigue tokens and I'm gonna put them with all the characters. Which means we have, I'll show you, maybe you can see that here, we have 1 less action to do in our next turn, unless we can get rid of that fatigue. Scavenging phase, ooh, here it comes, here it comes. First, we're going to choose a location. So what do we need? We need food. We need food. So I think we are going to none of the locations will give me any good food, but mats and bandages, they are always nice to have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to the hospital, to the city hospital, where we can also trade if we want, if I return 6 exploration cards. Or to the garage. No, I don't want to go to the garage. You know what? We are going to the hospital. Whew. Now, choose the equipment that we want to carry with us. The hospital has a closed door, so you know what? I'm going to take a lockpick with us. Just in case. And do we want something else to take with us? A shovel? No, that's not necessary. So we don't have any weapons, so let's just scavenge with our bare hands. Set the noise marker to 1. That's what I have done here on the left side. And now we can prepare the unknown deck and explore. So we are not going to the nearest location. We're going to a somewhat further location. And we can draw 12 exploration cards. You can see here the number. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I am going to put them on the unknown deck. Okay. Now resolve these cards one after another. So we are going to scavenge now. And let me just reveal the first card. There is a door. Peek through the keyhole. Return 1 exploration card to look at the next card from the unknown deck. Or we can enter, raise the noise by 1, or roll for the noise. You know what? We are going to enter. And I'm going to roll for noise. As the noise marker is on 1 right now, we cannot throw a 1. Everything above 1 will be great. Otherwise, we have to draw a residence card, which we don't want. So we throw in 6, all good, all clear. We're going to explore more. The stairs up. We can look for another way. Return 2 exploration cards. Nothing will happen. Or we can enter, raise the noise by 2, and roll for the noise. Raise the noise by 2. That's kind of not what we want. So you know what? I'm going to return 2 exploration cards. And we're just going to look for another way up. So 1, 2 exploration cards I will return to the deck. Let's see what's there. Map card. Check the current location card for rubble. If there is no rubble, is there rubble? No, there's no rubble. If there's no rubble, discard and draw a new card from the exploration deck. We've not found anything yet. Private, you may ignore this card or search the pantry. Return 2 exploration cards or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. 2, draw and resolve 1 card from the finding deck. Finally, we can scavenge for some things. So what we are going to do is we're going to raise the noise by 1. So now it's going to be 2. And I'm going to roll for noise. So everything above 2 will be great. I rolled a 4, so that's great. And now I can draw and resolve one card from the findings deck. So I'm going to take one card from the findings deck and we can resolve the pantry charts. We find Moonshine, which is some kind of alcohol. Moonshine. Let me see if I can find it here really quickly. Moonshine. Where is that moonshine? Moonshine. A nice bottle of moonshine. We find vegetables. That's always good. Just one vegetable. We find sugar. And no, that's L. And now we can roll. And you can see here on the right of the a location card. I'm just going to roll. 1. We find nothing. Damn it. Okay, so actually not that bad, I would say. At least we have a vegetable, but we need more food. So that's it. We have discarded the rubble card. I'm sorry, we're going to discard the pantry card here, the exploration. And we're just going to go for more. You may ignore this card or poke about. Return one exploration card or roll for noise. 2. Choose one finding from the special findings chart for this location. Okay. So here on the right side of the location card, you have some special findings. For example, we can find 2 camps, we can find herbal mats, 100% alcohol mats and bandages. So what I'm going to do is I am going to roll for noise. Everything above 2 will be great. 9, so nothing happens. And we can choose now one finding from the special findings chart of this location. So I'm going for the bandages. I'll take a bandage. There we go. Okay, let's explore more. Stairs down, look for another way. Return 3 exploration cards, or we can enter, raise the noise by 3 and roll for the noise. I don't want to... Do I want to return 3 exploration cards? We are almost out of exploration cards and I still want to find more items. Or I have to raise the noise by 3 and roll for the noise, but there's a high chance then that we will find a residence card over here. I'm gonna play safe. I'm gonna return 3 exploration cards. And then I have one more exploration card left. Tough luck. Roll for the noise. Whew. So, luckily we did not raise the noise. 6, nothing happens. Okay, so that was the exploration. We have found some things. We have the sugar, moonshine, vegetables, and we have bandages. So what we can do now is we can choose the findings. And on the cards here, for example, moonshine has a inventory value of 1. So as you already have, as I already have mentioned, Katja can bring 3 things, or has an inventory value of 3, and Pavla has an inventory value of 4. So Pavla is going to take the moonshine, the sugar, and the vegetable and the bandages. So Pavla has the bandages, by the way, and the vegetables, they don't have any inventory value, so I can just pick them up. It doesn't, it's not heavy. So we have now 2 inventory value left on Pavle, and he will just take 2 water. You can take as much water as you want for the inventory value. So Pavle has 2 inventory values left. He's gonna take 2 water, and Katja has 3 inventory spaces left. So she's gonna take 3 water. So I'm just gonna put it all here on the findings pile. So we have enough water for the next turn at least. This one I'm gonna put back in the findings pile. We're gonna shuffle it. We're not gonna take them home yet, because first people will enter our house. So the findings pile is shuffled. I'm gonna put the exploration cards back in the exploration deck and shuffle. something in my eye. And then we can choose the findings. We have already done that. We are going into the night raid phase. Choose weapon for the guards. We don't have any weapons. The night raid. Draw and resolve the top card of the night raid deck. Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck to determine the color of the script. Then reveal the top card of the night raid deck and check the number with that color on it. Find that number in the book of scripts and resolve the corresponding text. So what we are going to do here, and this is not really great, is I'm going to take a colors card. The color is going to be green. Okay. Then we take the top card of the night raid deck that was instructed on the cards. And we here on the bottom we see some numbers, and I can see a green number. It says 290. So I'm going to take the book of scripts and I'm going to 290 to see what has happened to our beloved Sveta. 290, yes, 290. 290. 290. Here we go. First we heard someone fiddling with our door, then we heard some rustling at the back of the house. Finally, we don't know how, some people have got inside. We hear footsteps upstairs. We get ready for our fight and stand at the stairs. When they see us, they freeze. After a moment, we hear one of them say, "We are sorry, we are not robbers. We thought the house was empty. We haven't taken anything. We will leave right away. We are just looking for something to eat." They leave through the door a moment later. A woman, an older man and a teenage boy, they looked like a family. And we closed the door behind them. Very sad. Very scared family. Goosebumps. Ooh, goosebumps. Okay, so they haven't taken anything. That's absolutely great. We're going to shuffle the night raid cards back into the night raid pile. And that was actually a very good night raid. We have defended ourselves against fox and I don't know what else. So I'm gonna put it back. And now we have to do something else. The crime wave. So I have here some cards on the right. These are some stronger cards that we now have to shuffle into our existing night raid deck. And I have some residence cards. They are a bit stronger, they are a bit heavier, they are more difficult, and I have to put them into the residence deck. I can choose if I want to put 2 residents in the residence deck or if I want to put 2 more difficult night raids cards into the night raid deck, or 1 each. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 2 residence cards and I'm going to shuffle them in the residence deck here. Okay. Put them here. That's it for the night raid. Night raid. It's the dawn phase. The scavenging party returns. Hey Katja. Hey Pavlo, welcome back. Oh, you brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water. That's great. We have brought back bandages. We have vegetables. We have sugar. We have brought back a lockpick and moonshine. Look, 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 look. Now we can assign mats and bandages. We don't need to assign any mats or bandages because, as you can see on my board, no one is wounded. Not even the guard. Because Sveta, he said to that poor little family with a teenage boy and a woman, "Get out of my house and don't take any food." That's war, babe. That's war. So we don't assign any mats or bandages to the persons. The next thing we have to do is draw a fate card. So let's draw a fate card. Raise the wounds of all wounded unbandaged characters by 1. No one is wounded, so we don't have to raise that. Heal the wounds of all characters who had bandages by 1. We also don't have to do that. If cold tokens minus board ups is 3 or more, no, we have only 2 colds. Raise the illness of 3 chosen characters by 1. So luckily we have only 2 cold tokens up there. Exchange the nearest location. Okay, so that's what we have to do. So that's nice. So the garage goes away. We're gonna drop them a bit lower, and a new location will reveal. It's the ruined villa. We can find books here, mechanical parts, raw food, and a knife. It has a basement entrance, it has some rubble, and a jammed door. Gonna put it there. Resolve any weight tokens. There's no weight tokens on the board. And resolve spirit B. So on all the character cards, you have A, B, or C. And so we have to resolve B. For Katja, that is, if there is a guitar in the storage, lower one chosen character's misery by 1. There's no guitar, so we cannot do that. If Pavle is wounded, level 2 or 3, raise his misery by 1. He is not wounded. And for Sveta, discard 1 coffee from the storage or raise Sveta misery by 1. There's no coffee, unfortunately, so we have to raise Sveta's misery by 1. She has now 2 misery. She's not feeling very well. And we're gonna put the fate card back, and we're gonna shuffle it with the or fate cards. So, let me see. Then we draw a narrative action. 2 cards actually. And we can keep 1. So the first one is duty. Play during the day actions phase. Raise 1 chosen character's fatigue by 1 to automatically remove 1 rubble remnants without losing an action. So I could clear this rubble here, and then we can lockpick these 2 doors here. That would be very nice. Or rumors, play at any time. Take a look at the top card from any 2 of the following decks. Events, Visitor, Residence, Night Raids. No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to take the duty one. I'm going to put it here. So every time of play during the day actions phase, we can raise 1 chosen character's fatigue by 1. And then get rid of some rubble, which is not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Now, we can use the Moonshine, raise 1 chosen character's fatigue by 2, and lower their misery by 1. That's not what we're gonna do. And there, no one has died in our group, otherwise we would have to raise the misery by 2. What we can do though is, as we have the objective, help the sick and wounded. At any moment, you may discard any number of mats, bandages, without resolving their effects. For each discarded match, bandages advance the objective marker by 1. So I have 1 bandage. And you know what? I'm gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'm gonna help the people. And I'm gonna upgrade the objective marker. No. So we need to give 2 more bandages or mats to the poor or to whoever needs them. This one goes back to 1. And let me see. We go into the morning phase again. So what we're gonna do is take the top event card over here, add 4 cold to the cold space. Ooh, that's not really good. So I'm gonna add 4 tokens to the cold space. Place this card on the Night Raids deck. If there is at least 1 board up token in the shelter, skip this Night Raid phase. Oh, that's nice. That's what we're gonna do. So if we place a board up token, we can skip the next raid phase, Night Raid phase. Okay, day actions. We have, everyone has fatigue, so we can only perform 2 actions. Katja is our builder. She's going to build a board up token. So it will cost her 1 component and 4 wood to place a board up token. So let me do that, 1 component and 4 wood. And I'm gonna just, we're gonna fix the hole here. Then Pavle, he's going to clear some rubble. Maybe I'm gonna use this card right now. So play during the day actions phase, raise 1 chosen character's fatigue by 1. That's what we're gonna do. And I will choose Sveta. He will be a bit more tired. And we can get rid of this rubble cards. And this won't cost us any action. So Pavle can still go to lock, pick the lock in the closed door. And Sveta has only one action now because his or her fatigue is tau 2. So he can only perform one action. And he is going to... Yeah, he's going to do what? Let me see how this... Now he's going to search the heap here. He's going like walking here and then down. And yeah, it's okay. We've placed a board up token. I'm gonna assign the lockpick to Pavle. Then we have to roll the dice. So 1 or 3 has no effect. 3, it did not work. But we can take back the lockpick. Then, for another action, Sveta, she is searching the heap. Ooh, we find 5 components and 5 wood. Not bad. Then we can do another action, and not with Sveta. She's fatigued, so I'm going to put it back in the hallway. And Pavle is going to pick the door again, pick the lock again. 7. So right now we discard the lockpick. We open the door and we find 3 wood. Okay, and just get put 1 wood here, which will represent 5 wood. Okay, so he's now there. And Katja, she is going to she's going to make another board up token. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend 4 wood and 1 component to build a board up token. She's going to fix the hole over here on the balcony. And that's it for her. That's it for everybody. That was 2 actions. So that's great. Now, let me see. We are going to the dusk phase. Everyone needs water, but we have a lot of water. So I will give everyone a sip of my bottle. And we also everyone needs to have food. And here it comes. We only have 1 raw food and 1 vegetable. So someone is going to bed, someone has to spend the night with an empty stomach. So, Pavle needs to find a night. He needs to eat. I will give him 1 raw food. So he will now lower his hunger by 1. So I will discard this token. And I will give the vegetable to Sveta because he's really fatigued. He needs some food, and his hunger stays the same. Katja doesn't have any food, so her hunger raises by 1. She has now a hunger level of 2. We can now get rid of all these tokens. Zo. And then we go to the evening phase. Who's going to scavenge? Who's going to stay at home? Who's going to guard? Let me see. Sveta has a fatigue level of 2. So you know what? I think Sveta will just sleep on the floor today. Katja says, you know what? Bitches, I'm going to scavenge alone. And she's going to the house, actually. She's going to the ruined villa. And Pavle, he's going to guard the door for us. So I will have to raise the fatigue of Pavle by 1. And of Katja by 1. They have now a fatigue level of 2. And because Sveta is sleeping on the floor, I can lower his character fatigue by 2. So he is not tired anymore. Now, scavenging phase. We've chosen the location, the ruined villa. Let me see what's on the card, by the way. We can find books here, mechanical parts, raw food, that's what we really need, and a knife. I'm not going to... You know what? Katja's going to bring the rubble, or the shovel with her, because there's some rubble. Maybe we have to clear it out. And that's it. So, it says here, we can take 10 exploration cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's scavenge. Tough luck, roll for noise. Well, the noise marker is on 1, unless we roll 1. No. Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck. Let me shuffle this green card back. To determine the color of the script. Black. Then check the number with that color on the exploration chart on this location chart. Find that number in the book of scripts and resolve the corresponding text. Afterwards, place this card under the current location card. When that location card is removed from the game, shuffle this reality impact card back into the exploration deck. So, we have now checked check the number with that color on the exploration chart on this location chart. So, it's black. So now we can check the number with, oh, okay, on the exploration chart. Yeah, okay. So we have to go to 502 in the script of journals. Ooh, Katja, I hope everything will turn out good for you. 502. We have grown used to the smell of rot and decay, but this scent is unbelievable. Can we smell perfume? A wide gap in the wall reveals a small boudoir. Dust and ash cover a lady's cosmetics. Pieces of the wall have broken several containers. Colorful shards of glass on the floor grotesquely adorn a half-burned dress. There are more clothes here. The old wardrobe is full of moth-eaten pants, colorful skirts and shoes, but they are all covered in dust. We quickly start packing the most valuable of the items, but then smell unwashed bodies and hear the raspy voices of a man coming from the corridor. Uh-oh. C1479. The intruders are just some thugs who were lucky enough to find some live ammunition. Let me see if I did it correctly here. Yeah. The intruders are just some thugs who were lucky enough to find some live ammunition. Their patchwork clothes look like they were made from pieces of uniforms collected from dead soldiers. You lost something here? The first one asks when he sees us. So right now we can say, take it easy, we're just leaving, there's nothing worth fighting over, or we run to the exit to get out of here as fast as possible. Thugs, uniforms collected from dead soldiers, that doesn't sound really good. I would just run away to the exit to get out of here as fast as possible. C1918. They got nervous. One of them pulled out a gun, but no one fired at us. They didn't feel like fighting. They were too tired, and one of them looked wounded. Let's leave this place. Ooh. That's lucky. That's very lucky. We got out safely, Katja. Whew. Let's explore more. You may ignore this card or search the furniture. Return 2 exploration cards or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise to draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise the noise by 1. It's gonna be 2 now. I'm gonna roll for noise. So let's not roll a 2 or less. A 2, oh gee. Now we have to draw a resonance card. That's rats. Woo, it was nothing, just some rats. You may return 1 exploration card to catch one. I'm not going to catch a rat. So I'm just gonna put it back and shuffle it. It was just some rats, luckily. And now we can draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. This one goes back to 1. We're gonna take a findings thing here, and we can the furniture chart. So we find an electrical part, electrical parts. Yeah, we find mechanical parts. Mechanical part. We find a herb. Sorry, I have to put it here. A herb. And we can roll the dice. Let's see what we have to roll in order to get canned food. Raw food, I mean. 8 or 9, that would be great. 5. Let's see, 5. We find a book. Okay. That's it. I'm gonna put this findings card back in the pile. Okay, and we're going to explore more. Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck. Whee. Never good, never good. To determine the color of the script. Then draw a card from the exploration deck. And check that number with the color. So, green. Exploration cards. 109 in the book of scripts. Katja is really going for it. 109. We are about to go out when our attention is drawn to something we haven't really noticed before due to its size. When rummaging for food, we usually ignore things too large to fit in a backpack. This time, however, we brush aside the rubble and dust in order to get a closer look at the equipment beneath. Choose any fitting card and add it to the findings pile. Treat it as a token with a weight of 6. Ooh. From now on, during any scavenging, you may decide that you will take it with you to the shelter, of course taking its weight into account. After returning to shelter, place it for free on any empty space in the shelter. As each of the fittings chosen by you weighs 6, choose some things adequately heavy. Every piece of equipment is bulky and cumbersome. Regardless of the fact that this card is now on the findings pile, you can still craft this fitting in the regular way. Okay. So we can take something from the... Let me check what this... So, from now on during scavenging, blah, 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 rubble and choose any fitting card and put it on the findings pile. So what we're gonna put here, that's actually really nice. So we can, a bed maybe? No, we can build that. Radio, no. Maybe a crude stove. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put a crude stove. Or simple heater, no, we can even... Build a dreadful trap. I'm gonna put a rainwater collector in the findings pile because it will cost me 1 filter, 1 mechanical part, 5 components, and 2 woods. So that's kind of a lot. Maybe I'm lucky and I will find this in the findings pile when exploring. So I'm gonna shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay. And I'll just put this back here. And the reality impact is done. Explore more. You may ignore this card or poke about. Return 1 exploration card or roll for noise. 2. Choose 1 finding from the special findings chart for this location. Oh, let's do that. So I'm gonna roll for noise. The noise marker is on 1, so let's not roll a 1. No, a 2. Ooh, close. So 2, choose 1 finding from the special findings chart for this location. So let's see. Let's take 1 raw food. Next one. Climb up, look for another way, return 3 exploration cards, or climb. Roll the grey combat die for each scavenging character. We've only 1 character there, so we can roll it once. Characters may use their prowess to re-roll the results. She doesn't have any. To determine how many wounds they suffered during the climb. Oh no, I'm not going to climb. I'm going to return 3 exploration cards. 1, 2, 3. And the last exploration card is going to search the heap. Return 2 exploration cards. We cannot do it because it's empty. And raise the noise by 1. Or we can raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to raise the noise by 1. It's 2 now. Roll the dice. It's 6, so we are safe. Draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. Heap chart. We find a book. Again. Let me see if there's a book here. Yes. We find a mechanical part. Actually, we find 2 mechanical parts. And we can roll the dice to see 3. We find nothing. Okay. That's it for the scavenging part. I think the water collector is up next. Okay. Put them back in the findings pile. Oh, there's a findings card in the exploration deck. That's not good. Oh, that'll be on top here. So, okay, that's it. Now we are going to the, we can choose the findings. So Katja, she has an inventory value of 3. So let's see what she can carry. We need the raw food, so that's 1. Let's take a book. No, we need 1 water at least, because we have only 2 water left in storage. So now she can carry only 1 more thing. We can bring back the shovel. She can take the book, the herb, 2 books, and the herb with her, because that would not cost anything. I think we're going to take back the shovel. Or do we need a mechanical part? Let's take back, you know what? No, let's take back the shovel. So we leave this behind. Okay, it's not over yet. We cannot take it back because it's the night raid. But if there's at least one board up token in the shelter, skip this night raid phase. So that's what we're gonna do. And remove this card from the game. The crime wave, so we're gonna add one more, now let's add 2 more resident cards into the residence deck, the more difficult cards. Okay, and now we are going to the dawn phase. The scavenging party returns. Hey Katja, how you doing? I brought back my shovel, I brought a water for you guys. And I brought back 2 books and a herb. And I did not get wounded. Sveta slept, she slept. And Pavle, he guarded pretty well, so he's going to be back in the hallway as well. Hey guys, what's up? So, the morning phase starts. Dun, 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 dun. No, sorry, it did not. We can assign any meds or bandages. No one is wounded, so no one needs any meds or bandages. We can draw a fate card. Raise the runes of all wounded unbandaged characters by 1. No one is wounded. Lower the illness. Raise the rounds of all wounded. Oh yeah, no one is wounded. Lower the illness of all characters who took meds by 2. No one is ill. If cold tokens minus board ups is 5 or more. So let me see, how many cold tokens do we have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 2 is 4. Raise the illness of all characters by 1, so no one got ill. Exchange the nearest small location. That's gonna be the ruined villa. It's gonna be a new location. And it's going to be the supermarket. Hey, that's good. Sugar, mechanical parts, weapon parts, alcohol, coffee, cigarettes, and vegetables. Great. And let me shuffle this back. Exchange the nearest small location, that's what we have done. Resolve any weight tokens, we don't have any weight tokens. And resolve Spirit A on all character cards. Okay. For Katja, that is, discard 1 coffee from the storage or raise Katja's misery by 1. There's no coffee, so we have to raise the misery by 1. Katja is a little bit misery. Pavle, no effect. And Sveta, if any characters in the group is hungry, level 3, no one is level 3, raise Sveta's misery by 1. So no one is level 3 hungry, so that's good. Gonna put the fate card back. We're gonna take 2 narrative actions cards and choose 1. Dead on. Play during any combat or during your backstab. If you are wielding a hatchet, automatically kill 1 enemy. Or play during a night raid phase. If the character on guard duty has a hatchet, automatically ignore 1 raid card. We don't have a hatchet, so kick the door down. Play during the day actions phase or during the scavenging phase. You automatically open a closed door. Oh, great. So I'm gonna take this one, kick the door down, because the other narrative action card, we don't have a hatchet, so we cannot use those actions on the card, unfortunately. Okay, still all good in the hood. Yeah, no one died, so it's still all going pretty well. I must say that played this game 4 times, and this is probably the best run I had so far. Normally, someone would have already died or starved of hunger, you know. Let's go back to the morning phase. Let's draw an event card. Add 1 cold to the cold space. There is no cold token, so that was the last one. So that's good. Yeah. Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck. I'm going to shuffle these cards again. I've got these cards a lot. I never have so many of them. And then reveal the top card of the events deck. Subtract the number with that color on it. Black. $875. $875. Dawn is a good moment to catch some shut-eye. A roar coming from the destroyed bathroom woke us in the instant. We found the source when we leaned over the vibrating faucet. It's been so long since we have had running water. Pipes in the entire city are empty and full of holes from explosions. And yet we can't seem to hear something move inside them. Then a foul-smelling gas, irritating our eyes and lungs, burst out of the faucet. A chemical weapon? What psychopath thought to put that inside the pipes? We have to plug all the leaks immediately before our shelter is filled with poisonous gas. Discard 4 components or 1 mechanical part from the storage or raise each character illness by 2. So discard 4 components or 1 mechanical part. I don't have a mechanical part. I do have a mechanical part, so let's discard a mechanical part. And we are all safe. Then see 1214. Ooh. We've aired out the shelter. The stench disappeared slowly. We've managed. However, one of the families next door wasn't so lucky and they died in their sleep. How many more ways to kill us will this war come up with? That's not really a happy story, but you know, it's war and these things happen, unfortunately. That's why I like the game. It's an 18+ game, and they put these. It's well written, you know. It's not just some okay, no, let's make it a little bit less dodgy or depressing, but it's you know, it's what it is. This is war, and this is how things are going these days. Let's move on, shall we? We have herbs, and you know what? I'm gonna give a herb to the wounded. Oh no, sorry, only mats or bandages. Okay, we don't have that. Last round. Okay, the morning phase. So we have done the event cards. I'll discard this card. So last one, then chapter 2 starts in the end of this video. The day action, we can do 3 actions, or only 3 actions with Sveta. The other people are fatigue. Maybe I want to make a bet or something. So Sveta, she's going to, you know, let's do kick the door down. Play during the day action phase or during the scavenging phase. You automatically open the door. I don't even have a lockpick, so you know what, Sveta, she's going to, no, Pavle is going to go to the locked door. I'm going to use this card. And he will automatically open the door. Then Sveta will, let me see if we can build a bed. How much that will cost us? 3 components and 4 woods. Let's do that. Take a nap. Lower the fatigue of the character placed here by 2. I'm gonna do that. So Sveta is going to place a new fitting. And Katja will clear out, we'll search the furniture over here. Okay, so first of all, Sveta will build a bed. It will cost me 3 components. And 4 wood. She's gonna build the bed over here. Take a nap. Lower the fatigue of the character placed here by 2. That's nice, actually. Then Katja She's searching the furniture. Oh wow, so we find one vegetable. That's great. We find 2 herbs. We find bandages. We find water. And we find 1 wood. Crazy. That's a great... Add these to the storage and remove this card from the game. Let's do that. Now we have opened the door with our narrative action cards. And we find only 1 component and 1 wood. And we've placed a bed already. So okay, that's it for the for Katja and Pavle. They can only do 1 action. Then Sveta, she will clear out the rubble over here as her second action with the shovel. And as a third action, she will search the heap. Electrical part. 3 components. And a water as well. Gee. Okay. Great. So, that's it for the day phase. Let's all go back to the hallway. Everyone is a bit tired. And what we're going to do first of all is we're going to put the bandage. I'm going to discard it. And I'm going to move the objective marker 1 up. So we only need to have 1 more bandage in order to successfully finish the objective card. Let me see what we're going to do here. The dusk phase. Now everyone has 1 water. So that's good. How about food? We have a vegetable. We have 1 raw food. That's it. So someone is going to be hungry for the night. So Katja has a hunger of 2. So I'm going to give her the raw food. That will lower her hunger by 1. And I'm going to give the vegetable to Sveta. So her hunger will be the same. And Pavle will spend the night hungry. So I have to raise his hunger by 1. So, that's it. The evening phase. So yeah, we have 2 people like Katja and Pavle, they are fatigued. So, like level 2 already. So I'm not sure if I want to put them on the scavenging run here. Sveta with an inventory, yeah, I don't know. You know what, Pavle says, you know what, I'm not tired. I'm going to scavenge. And Katja says, no, I'm too tired for it. I'm going to take a nap. So Katja is going to take a nap. Sleeping on the bed for a whole night removes all fatigue from the character. So we will do that later, right? And then Sveta will guard the door. So I'm going to... Pavle has now a fatigue of 3. So that's actually close to being fully fatigued. And Sveta as well. Just 1 level. Okay, the scavenging phase. Ooh, we can choose a location. We're going to the supermarket. And we're going to take, what shall we take? Because what do we need? We need basement entrance, there are bars and there's a closed door. Well, we don't have a lockpick, so we cannot take a lockpick. He's just going there without anything. Then, we can choose 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, cannot look at it. Whew. And we're gonna scavenge. Tough luck, roll for noise. Well, the noise marker is at 1, so let's not roll a 1. A 1, damn it. Civilians. It turns out that there is a miserable looking people hiding in here. That there are miserable looking people hiding in here. Mostly the elderly women and children. Place this card on the exploration slot. Until you leave this location, whenever you take anything from an exploration card marked as private, roll the black die and compare the result with the empathy of each character present. A result equal to or less than a character's empathy raise their misery by 1. So Pavel has an empathy of 6. So he can steal from the poor, it's okay. You may return 1 exploration card. I can talk to them, or I can trade with them if I want. At the end of the scavenging, remove this card from the game. Shall we talk to them? Let's talk to these people. See 1, 2, 3. And I have to return 1 exploration card. We rest sitting on some rubble. Sometimes you need to sit quietly for some time before you finally feel like talking again. Roll the black die. 7. C1204. We can also share our food and mats. No, we're not going to do that. So 1204. We now know who's who in this company. They all lost their plans and previous lives and turned into shadows of their former selves. We now know who's who in this company. They all lost their plans and previous lives and turned into shadows of their former selves. Their only goal is survival and their furniture and their future after the war. We will worry about that when we find out if we actually have a future. We also take the time to listen out for whoever else we might encounter in the area. Take a look at the top card from the residence deck. That's going to be a reality impact. Okay, that's it. You talked with them. You may ignore this card or search the heap. Return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. So I'm going to raise the noise by 1. I'm going to roll for noise. 2 or higher. No, sorry, 3 or higher. 2. Oh my god. Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Let's shuffle the color cards. Black. Then reveal the top card of the residence deck and check that number with that color on it. 526. The soldier that we run into in the dark points his rifle. The soldier that we run into in the dark points his rifle at us and awaits our next move. We breathe a sigh of relief when he notices that we're just normal civilians trying to survive. He secures his weapon and allows us, commands us to sit down. He offers us a cigarette and we begin to talk. He should deserted his unit last night and he's now hiding from his own people. They probably don't know yet that he's not planning on returning to his post on the cursed front. Once, me and my friend from the patrol found a working television in the police chief's office. No one was in the room, so we started watching it, enjoying what was on TV without a care on the world. We saw a report about us, about a war on an American news show. They didn't show our case, or dying friends, or murdered families. They showed what some of us are doing. I know war has brought us out the worst in us. I know war has brought out the worst in us. In myself too. I've just had enough. The soldier seems to be on the brink. One moment he seems humane, the next he suddenly has the demeanor of a crazy person. He's surely dangerous and it's uncertain what he will do next. We can wait for the right moment. We try to find a chance to back away from him as quickly as possible. Or we sit tight, listening to the erratic thoughts of the soldier, trying to engage in some kind of conversation. Let's do that. I'm going to return 2 exploration cards, because that's what it says here. And we can see 1036. Although in the beginning, when he was forced into the army, he believed what he was told and shown about the war. Up to a point it is. We had no idea. At first they didn't take us on those missions. Afterwards, I threw away my gun the first time I went. He put a gun to my temple and told me to pick it up. If I didn't, he said he should kill me for insubordination, so I picked it up. Cigarette smoke rises above the soldier's head. But booze helps. How come they didn't send us more? Everything would be okay. If not for the freaking lack of water. Do you have any? Give me some moonshine. Malicious eyes glare at us. So we can try to wait out this threatening behavior. If we have any alcohol, we can give it to him. But we don't have any. We don't have any alcohol. It's time to get up and try to get out of here. It's time to try to overpower this psycho. You know what? We're gonna wait out his behavior. Fuck it. 1551. I'm alone, so I cannot overpower him. The resigned soldier finally falls silent, then smiles somberly. Go now, before I kill you. We get up and exit slowly. That was indeed a difficult situation. Roll the black die and compare the result with the empathy of each character present. A result that is equal to or lower than a character's empathy raise their misery by 1. So Pavel has an empathy of 6, so we need to roll higher than 6. 3. Now, so his misery is going to be 1 up. That was a difficult story. The guy was just crazy there, waiting out the war. Okay, another bars. Do we have bars in the supermarket? We have bars in the supermarket. If there are bars, you may resolve this card immediately or place it on the exploration slot and resolve it later. Bars. Requires a saw blade. We don't have that. Return 2 exploration cards and roll for noise. Cannot do that. The door. Peek through the keyhole. Return 1 exploration card to look at the next card from the unknown deck. Or enter. Raise the noise by 1. Or roll for noise. I'm gonna roll for noise. 3 or more. Yes. Last exploration card. Search the pantry. Return 2 exploration cards. We cannot do that because there isn't none. Raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. So we can have a noise of 3. I have 4. That's great. 2 draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. The pantry chart. We find 1 raw food. Great. A moonshine. Ooh, we could have given him the alcohol. Perhaps. 1 moonshine. And we can roll the die, the black die. Hello, black die here. 6. And we find a weapon part. Okay. And that's it for the exploration. We can choose the findings. Pavel has an inventory of 4, so we can take everything, even a water. 4. The night raid phase. Reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Shuffle these cards. Okay, so the reality impact, so we can draw a card from the colors deck. It's black. And we have to reveal the top card of the night raid deck and check the number with that color on it. It's black 197. So let's go to 197. Everyone to the basement! Bombing! Move all the characters present to the basement, including those asleep, and raise their fatigue by 2. Uh-oh. Hold on. Everyone move to the basement. Okay. Well, everyone has to move to the basement. I think even Katja then. And raise the fatigue by 2. The building is shaking. We hear explosions so near it's terrifying. Roll the black die. So raise their fatigue by 2. So we have Sveta and Katja in the house. Katja will have a fatigue of 4 right now, which means we have to read something. And Sveta will have a fatigue of 3. But let's first do this really quick. Roll the black die. It's 5. C705. Everything falls silent. Well, almost everything. In the building across the street, there's a huge hole in the wall of the first floor. There are 2 kids standing near the edge of the hole. It looks like they are trying to understand what's happened to the rest of the building and to their parents. We can do something, because these kids won't make it on their own. They are 6 at most. Or more victims of war. We hope they are doing okay. So let's help them. 1684. 1684. The children are looking at us as we speak, but it doesn't seem that they understand what we are saying. It will take them a long time to understand what happened. Maybe it will take the rest of their lives. From now on, these children will skulk around the neighborhood. Sometimes they will stay at our place. Sometimes they will stay in their bombed home or with other neighbors. Write orphans 1684 on a blank token and place it in the outside space. Okay? From now on, while performing the outside action, we may help the orphans by leaving them food. Discard 1 vegetable, raw food or canned food. When doing so, roll the black die and compare the result with the empathy of each character. A result that is equal to or lower than the character's empathy, lower their misery by 1. Okay, I will remember that. So we have now an orphan token on the outside space. And because Katja has a fatigue of 4 now, we need to see 150. But I'm not sure because she took a nap. So maybe her fatigue was now back to 0, right? So she only has a fatigue of 2. Sorry, maybe I should have done that in the evening phase. Sleep on the floor. Lower these characters' fatigue by 2. Yeah, so she was 0 and now she has a fatigue of 2, as you can see. Then that was the night raid phase. We put the crime phase, so we're gonna put 2 night raid cards into the night raid's deck. Gonna put this card back. All right, and then it's the dawn phase, so the scavenging party returns, so Pavla returns with an inventory of 4, so we can take everything. So wild food, moonshine, we have 2 moonshine right now. And some water, which is great. We can assign mats and bandages. Well, no one is wounded yet, they're so lucky. Normally when I play this game, everyone gets wounded or ill or whatever. We have to draw a fate card. If cold tokens minus board ops is 5 or more, how much was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 2. No, we don't have that. Exchange the nearest small location. There's no small location. Resolve raid tokens and resolve spirit A. So Katja, discard 1 coffee. We don't have coffee, so her misery is raised by 1. She has a misery of 2. Pavla has no effect, and Sveta is, if any character in the group is hungry, level 3 or more, no one is level 3, raise Sveta's misery by 1. Okay, so she stays the same. Alright, we take 2 narrative actions. Oh, not this one, sorry. Close call. Play during any combat, ignore all wounds from a single combat die roll, or play during the night raid phase, ignore all wounds from 1 night raid card. And play during the scavenging phase. Instead of rolling for the noise, set the noise marker to 1. I'm gonna go close call. I think play during the night raid phase, ignore all wounds from 1 night raid card is pretty good. So let me put these cards back. All right, that's it for the chapter 1 though. We survived. Everyone is still okay. Unlucky, because we did not really solve the objective card here. So let's see what happens. Raise all characters' illness by 1. So we have, everyone gets 1 illness. We are all back in the hallway. And yeah, that's it for chapter 1. I'm gonna stop it here, the video. I hope you guys liked it. I've never played the computer game, but this game is really, it's really great. I don't really understand why I know the game is super depressing, but it's not that depressing that it ruins the gameplay or the fun. I can imagine if you are like really, let me see, if you have a hard time reading these scripts, you feel like, I don't know what kind of feelings, then it might be hard for you. But you know, it still is a game and you have to survive, and it's hard, and it's what real life is all about when you are in war. And I must say that this run was actually going quite good. We've scavenged, it's the mess on the board, but we've scavenged quite a lot of things here. The fatigue is free of pamphlets, so probably next turn I will put him into bed and he will get better soon. Same goes for Sveta. And yeah, that's the game, this war of mine. If you liked this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, leave a comment, maybe I forgot something or I made a mistake, most likely, I don't know. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. See you later guys, ciao.